Greetings and salutations to our artisans. It is I, Wolfphototech, and here we are with another video. This time it's of a little supplement. This is a supplement. A supplement to a supplement. Interesting, to say the least. But anyways, let's make this clear. Some people don't understand that this is a supplement to Sword and Caravan. Even though it says right on the cover, it's a supplement to Sword and Caravan. So, hold up. Apparently this is such a good, the quality is so good, and the price is so low, that some people can only come up with a complaint based on the, oops, I did not realize this was for Sword and Caravan. Okay, Sword and Caravan is a expansion to Lion Dragon. I got the soft cover. So, Lion Dragon I already covered on this channel already, as well as Sword and Caravan. Lion Dragon is an OSR product, which is classic D&D mechanics. Basically, third wave or a Type 3 OSR product. Type 1 is a straight up clone with just the names erased. Type 2 is a clone with some new mechanics added on, alternate mechanics. So, like if you're playing retro clone of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd Edition or 1st Edition, instead of using the table from Advanced 1st Edition or THAC0 from 2nd Edition, there is Ascending AC. That's something that they add to the retro clones. They add some new rules or some other options on top for ease of play and alternate initiative systems, etc., etc. Because some people don't entirely understand and the segment system from the original Advanced Dungeons and Dragons system. So there's modern rules added to a classic version. That's the second wave OSR. Third wave OSR is like, okay, instead of just making a clone and then adding a few alternate mechanics, we'll take the basic component and we cut out a chunk and remove that and put a new system in there. And we rearrange or make some adjustments to the mechanics or the systems in the game. And that's essentially Lion Dragon. Lion Dragon is essentially classic Dungeons and Dragons, except the magic system is actually what is based on what actual medieval people believed in, and it's designed to fit into an actual medieval world. So instead of a pantheon of gods, there is a god in medieval times, and there is chaos, demons, and stuff like that. And there's a whole series of supplements for Lion and Dragon. Sword and Caravan is an expansion to Lion and Dragon that goes along the Silk Road. You know, the road that goes from Europe through the Middle East all the way to China. So if you want to play around in the Middle East and travel to China from the Sword and Caravan, from the Lion Dragon setting, which happens to be England, Scotland, and Ireland, there you go. This is an expansion for Sword and Caravan. I have to repeat that because apparently some people will use that as a justification for docking 2 or more stars, because they don't realize it's a expansion. This costs $9.99. At various points, this was in the top selling list on Amazon. This is actually a fairly good product. It's not super thick, but given that it's $9.99, I have bought numerous books over the years. Books on designing things and building other things and and secrets and theories and all kinds of fun stuff. And there's this magical point in like prices of products when you're buying off Amazon or from stores, where you hit that that sub $10 range, where a book like, oh, the pages fall out of the damn book, or it's really padded. There's a lot of spacing between all the text in the book and everything. And trust me, I have still some of those books around here. I had to put them in little baggies because the pages are falling out of them. This, in spite of being a incredibly short book, at 19 pages, is jam-packed full of stuff from front to back. Now we could have had like a map here or something on the inside cover. That's nice. We happen to have the opening page, Sword and Caravan, Wilderlands, Clans of the Silk Road, Random Wilderness Encounters, and Family Generation for Sword and Caravan. There also happens to be stats in here for Eastern Dragons. We have the credits. We have a table of contents. The table of contents looks rather short, right by my thumb. However, considering this is only 19 pages and $9.99, hey, it's $1 a page, or it's a little over. You get more, page for $1. You have the random encounter tables in the front. It's classically framed in classic artwork. A lot of public domain artwork throughout the whole thing that's very fitting for the setting. You have some nice encounter tables by region. And yet again, every page has a piece of artwork on it pretty much. You got the Eastern Dragons, nice little bit of information on Eastern Dragons. You got the young Eastern Dragon, and you have the adult. Then you have information on hermits, random objects, random persons table. You got a random ruins reprinted from Sword and Caravan appendices. This happens to work as a nice little supplement. The only thing I don't care for is the fact that some of this is reprinted with some slight updates from Sword and Caravan. It'd be better if it's all new. In the case of it being a reprint, some reprinted bits, I would have much rather not having pre-printed bits with updates. I would have just rather had, say, something entirely new. So there you go. Because odds are, since this is for Sword and Caravan, you already have Sword and Caravan. Okay? You could still use stuff out of this as for any OSR or classic D&D setting. You got tables you have information on weather from a region. You got family generation rules, so you can randomly roll out family members. You got optional inheritance tables, a system for who inherited what and when and how. And there you go. You got a little bit of advertisement in the back for Mad Scribe Games as well as other products. And that's it. So, overall, I would very much say that this should be a way better product. However, I do not care for the fact that there is a bit of reprint, a few little sections that are reprinted from Sword and Caravan with some updates. And other than that, the artwork is very nice. It's very theme appropriate for the setting. Eastern World classic artwork. So there you go. It would have been nicer if there was no reprinted stuff at all from this from that to this. So this is going to be like a 4-star. The $9.99 price point is really cheap. It easily covers the size of this product. The quality of the construction for a saddleback stapled saddleback for being one of those is perfectly awesome. It holds up fairly well. it can be laid out pretty flat on a table with no trouble. I do say the fact that there's reprinted stuff in here, there is a letdown. So it's a 4-star. If this was, say 30 pages at say $9.99, and there was 0 reprinted stuff with the quality of this book, I would easily have given it 4.75 stars. 5 stars is just an extreme situation. I pretty much would never want to hand that number out. That's essentially declaring it to be perfect, and there's really no such thing as a perfect product. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. There's the back cover. And I hope you have a delightful day, a nice night, a wonderful weekend, a magnificent month, and see you next time. Ciao.